All right, now or never here for St. Clair in this matchup. University of North Texas had a fantastic first two games in this playoff series, and St. Clair definitely need to get something done here on Kings Row to change that into their favor. Of course, this is a map that Saints are definitely not strange to. Seen this constantly throughout pretty much every Overwatch collegiate season. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can pull out here. Granted, long gone are the days that you can just run 5 tanks and a Lucio and just plow through everything. The classic St. Clair comp. But now that we're here on this 2-2-2 lock, excuse me, I'm curious as to what they'll bring right now. So looking, they're going to trust Bailable onto the Widowmaker. Try and find some snipes. Let Strider go into the skies alongside Apostle with the healing and damage boosts. Prince Wada and Seymour, they're going to be diving through. And actually, Bailable going to go over to the Hanzo, but same idea nonetheless. And we do see the Bastion defense coming out here for the side of University of North Texas, putting the Bastion up on the very top alongside the Symmetra. Try and get some quick, early, big damage onto the St. Clair squad before they can actually push. But St. Clair, they've probably done it themselves at some point, so it's not something that they're very estranged to either. As they're trying to make it through this choke point, Strider going to be the one to lead the charge. Might be taking a little bit of damage, however. Apostle taking some heat as well. Trying to deal with that teleporter up top, because Mediocre can hop up there every single time that teleport is on cooldown if he really wants to, and just find himself in a fantastic spot to work his turrets. Bailable in a decent position as well, looking to possibly go behind. If he could pick off a support member, that would be absolutely huge. But we do see, speaking about picking off supports, Apostle going to be the first to fall as Mediocre hops back up onto the teleporter and starts doing work. Justin is eventually going to get jumped on here. The tank line right in his face. Can't really do anything about that. And now Bailable is between a rock and a hard place here. If he's not careful, he's going to get himself heavily staggered. He's trying to stick with it, but he's actually being challenged by Gatsby up here. And Bailable just going to run for the hills. Strider goes down pretty late as well here. Going to delay the next opportunity for a proper team fight. Bailable still taking a bunch of harassment. Granted, he's going from health pack to health pack to try and stay alive, but Aqua catches him back there. So Bailable might not necessarily even be in this fight if Aqua keeps zoning him out. As we can see, he's pretty far away from the entire zone. Prince Wada is going to get topped off here, as we now have the Battle Mercy coming out here from Apostle, trying to get something happening. Prince Wada gets popped pretty well instantly. We have Wada and Justin trying their best to keep everybody topped off. That's going to be the Transcendence coming out here from Joe as well, allowing the North Texas squad to move forward and get aggressive. But incoming sounds the horn as we now have Mediocre in tank form. Ultimate popped. Can they catch him going maybe a little bit overextended, though? They may be able to pop Mediocre. Actually, no. St. Clair's not going to be able to take him down. And this has just been a mess of an attack here for St. Clair so far, as they have not been able to find their opening and just keep seeming to get themselves picked off one after another without actually being necessarily in the group. I know that last one is a little bit messy. I know Bailable was in a bit of an awkward spot after that last team fight. But we do have some ultimates now on hand here for the St. Clair College squad. This could be the opportunity they need to just get ahead here. And the Diva Bomb going to come out, and it's actually going to take down Elias. So we have ourselves a 5v6. This is the opportunity that St. Clair has been looking for. They have ultimates as well. Dragon Strike going to come through the tunnel as well as the Attack Visor. They should be able to eventually get this one here. They're going to get themselves their first point as long as they can deal with the one remaining member of the University of North Texas. See Gatsby going to get taken down by Strider. So St. Clair not going to get shut down here on Kings Row as long as they can now deal with Aqua, which they do blow him out extremely quickly. But that being said, the University of North Texas are actually going to contest this. They blow the Transcendence and they're charging in. 2 points taken down here on this first checkpoint, and it's a bit of a back and forth. Bailable in a good position, actually. He's not really being focused right now, so he can just open fire on everybody on the University of North Texas. Can he deal with the support of Gatsby as well? Are going to be able to do so, making him even waste his ultimate. So the full hold opportunity here, they really tried for it, but North Texas really overextending themselves, and now kind of putting themselves in a bit of an odd spot where they've blown all of their utility. Granted, at the same time, so did St. Clair. But they are going to be able to successfully get that first point here in this third game. get some extra time on the clock and start pushing forward even more. And so much has happened. This team fight's gone so long. The Strider even has his Dragon Strike back and ready to go. It's another ultimate to try and contest this second point. They're holding this pretty aggressively as well. So they're going to be able to move forward and try to maybe even get a second checkpoint here. We do see Aqua up on the high ground. Bailable's going to have to be careful of that. Going to try and run for the hills right afterwards. Gatsby nearly getting taken down from the snipes by Strider. This card is about halfway. We do see the mines coming out, but here comes the Dragon Strike. It's going to go right through the squad of University of North Texas, but they are going to stay alive for the time being. Apostle, the first casualty here in this fight. Bailable and Justin short to follow. Strider trying his best. Prince Wada and Seymour both extremely low as well, forcing the Baby Diva form. And it's going to be the takedown. Prince Wada, the final one alive, gets swept away. So minute 30 still on the clock for St. Clair to make something happen. We're going to have about 4 ultimates, maybe more by the time this next team fight does occur, as long as everybody is not staggered out. If they can get the proper 6v6, that would be huge. But Justin going down cuts that out big time. It's going to force the resurrection from Apostle. They have that nano boost available. Probably going to throw it onto Bailable if they can get the flanking opportunity. And there is no Roadhog this time to hook him out of it. I'll have to see if it does end up going down. Bailable in position is going to open it up, and he is going to be nano boosted as well, but he gets stunned out as Aqua shuts him down. He's going to trade his life, but now Bailable frozen in the middle of the entire squad. Going to go down pretty early from after that use of that ultimate. Justin going to be short to follow as well. St. Clair with probably one more push here in this matchup as 30 seconds is left on the clock. Strider starting off strong though. Joe goes down. Seymour's Diva Bomb is not going to find anything this time by. That's going to be the flux from out Elias, and it's going to take a lot of the health bars off a bunch of the members of St. Clair. Another trade as Deadeye from Aspect does find its mark. Strider does get taken down. Last damage dealer here is going to be Bailable, and he's kind of stuck around mines. They are going to be able to contest this cart, however. Just get rid of some of these mines. Let your teammates get back into the position. Bailable going to try and chase down even further, but somebody has to stay with that cart at all times. We do see the late Dragon Strike coming out as well, just to cut off reinforcements. And it does find Gatsby, actually, so I'm very surprised he got taken down by that, but it's going to work. So we ride along Bailable once again, looking to try to flank on these the members of the University of North Texas. 4 members pushing this. This cart is actually going pretty quickly. Prince Wada is going to be in a world of hurt as well, but he's going to barely hang on by a thread after Justin's healing is right there, ready to go alongside Apostle. They are going to be able to take care of this second point. Prince Wada not going down there was absolutely huge. Big props, of course, to the support members of St. Clair for keeping him up. Strider takes a lot of damage, however. Apostle's right on top of them, though. Good to go. Wada frontlining it. Seymour pretty much right there as well. Where is Bailable? Just on the cart. He has that attack visor ready to go. Unfortunately, not able to get the high ground. It's kind of hard to get that here as a character that does not have the greatest of aerial mobility. Dragon Strike right down the center. How many can he get with this? I don't think he's going to be able to get any, actually. And it's going to be Elias who finds Justin once again. But Aqua's going to go down. Apostle going to try and bring Justin back into this fight. But right now, Bailable did go down as well. We have Strider as the final damage dealer. He's going to try and pursue Gatsby, but he may have put himself in a bit of an awkward position. He is going to trade his life out. But now where is Bailable? It's just the tank lines and the support. Bailable right around the corner, ready to try and get something started here. Tank lines holding their position as best as possible. Gatsby looking to become a nuisance, but now the switch over to May for Bailable caught him off guard. This could be the crowd control that St. Clair was lacking, but you can't crowd control anything if you're dead. And in fact, we do see Mediocre with a gigantic blizzard all over everybody from St. Clair. The Saints are falling, but they're not too bad in terms of positioning. Can they deal with Mediocre? That's going to be the High Noon coming out, or Deadeye coming out from Aspect as well. Is there anybody who can make contact? Bailable is going to try, get stunned right out of the range. So he is going to go down, but from what looked like was going to be a full hold from the University of North Texas, turned into 2 points and almost making it all the way to the end. So a solid push for St. Clair College.
Initiating match.
Because, I mean, in all retrospect, they did not have very far to go to make it to that end goal. So they made it pretty far nonetheless. But this University of North Texas squad, we've seen time and time again here today, just really on another level. And we'll have to see if their Kings Row game is just as good as their other ones, or is St. Clair going to push this match a little bit further, getting us to a game 4.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Of course, it all starts here, and being on the defense on Kings Row can be a little bit daunting. If you do end up going down and you respawn and you have to run all the way back, that is a gigantic distance that you have to run. Meanwhile, if you're attacking, it is definitely not a problem in the slightest. Just respawn back to the base and it's like steps away.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Ongoing.
Have to see how this defense goes. Strider trying to put on as much extra damage as possible. Available right there as well. Up on the high ground, trying to get some extra damage in as they start moving up, but he's going to have to move because they should be able to get shots onto him at this point. They go to the high ground, then jump low. Are they going to go through the building? St. Clair doesn't exactly have a very strong close quarters, closed-in scenario kind of team. They want to be spread out a little bit. They want to have flanks. They don't want to try and shoot through a doorway or a window like we see Strider trying to do. It's actually a really smart play on the side of University of North Texas. You do see the May coming out from Mediocre as well, which is going to make things even more difficult for the side of St. Clair. Seymour hanging on for dear life. Going to be successful for the time being. Bailable going to be the first casualty here for St. Clair. Apostle goes down as well. Prince Wada going down. This fight is not looking very good for St. Clair, actually. Strider is going to be trying his best with Yustin to make it happen, but it is not going to be successful. Yustin going to find himself on the kill board, but it is not going to matter as everybody from the side of University of North Texas is basically respawning at this point, and they will be able to capture this first point with ease as it's just about to click in now, and now it's time to push the cart. And this is going to be rough. Now there's 5 minutes on the clock here for the University of North Texas compared to, I think, the minute 20 that St. Clair had to try and make the push. Granted, they were still successful, but it was very, very difficult to try and pull off. It's going to be the Dragon Strike coming out here from Strider to try and slow him down just a little bit more. It may not find any casualties, but this Flux might be the play that they're looking for alongside the Deadeye, going to find Apostle. And the rest of the Saints seem to be falling as we have Prince Wada stuck in the building and Strider as well about to go down. And this cart is going to just keep on getting pushed. Bailable, the only one alive, exceptionally Yustin, way on the other side of the map. So they should be able to just contest this cart without, or excuse me, this cart will not be contested. And we do see, actually, we ride along with the University of North Texas squad. They find Bailable and Yustin. So we're going to have ourselves a 4-on-6 for the next couple seconds. Where is the cart at this moment? Just around the corner. So they are on their way to getting the second checkpoint with ease. Aspect not even feared from the side of St. Clair, just constantly putting in damage. There's that second checkpoint. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to just try and get it to that highlighted area just around this S corner. And this is going to be a tough one now for St. Clair. They might be able to find Aqua. He's barely going to hang on for his life, as I believe that was Gatsby right there. Now, Mediocre finds the Blizzard. This is going to be a tough spot for St. Clair once again. The whole Hog as well. Normally those ultimates don't really go together, but when you're just trying to pump out damage, it really doesn't matter. The Transcendence from Joe is just going to be the icing on the cake to keep his team alive. And even through the purple, okay, Aqua does go down from the purple, but it's not going to matter. Strider, the last hope to try and stall this out. Prince Wada around the corner, but gets taken down as well. How much can he dip and dodge before he gets himself off the point? Eventually, you find yourself off the point as a Tracer. You sometimes just blink too far. And just like that, with about 3 minutes or more on the clock, University of North Texas going to secure game number 3, complete the 3-0, and move forward to the top 4 of the UCEA fall season playoffs. a fantastic job. And of course, Joe found himself the play of the game after I think this was a Transcendence that came out here. Or no, he was just absolutely on a tear DPS-wise. That's the beautiful thing about Zenyatta in the support role, is that he still packs a massive punch himself. And it was definitely a huge factor with the rest of the University of North Texas's squad, and rightfully so. They're going to find themselves with the 3-0 victory here over us today. Was a well-fought series nonetheless. I do still give the Saints props. That was a very tough team to try and deal with. It definitely goes to show why they were the second seeded team in the entire bracket. It was definitely going to be an upset if St. Clair could pull it off here today. Unfortunately, weren't able to get it. We had moments of brilliance here and there, but unfortunately, going to get shut down here this time by. But a top 8 is still absolutely nothing to scoff at. I give massive props to this Saints Overwatch squad and look forward to seeing what they could pull off in the other leagues or in the next semester coming up, whichever it is that they're playing in next. And also, best of luck, of course, to the University of North Texas. They definitely have a good squad on their hands, and I look forward to seeing how far they can go here in these playoffs. With that, of course, it does close out our Overwatch coverage here tonight, but that's not everything that we're going to have here on the Saints Gaming CA channel here today. As we hop over to the schedule in a brief moment, there is going to be, I believe it's Play versus Rocket League. Some regular season matches coming up. It's going to be Korea's Fusion and Kamal, as usual, taking the pitch in a doubleheader, one at 8 o'clock and I believe one at 9 o'clock. So we'll get to see a doubleheader of Rocket League action. You do not want to miss that one. But as for later on in the week, Saturday, 7 p.m., we have some more Call of Duty Modern Warfare TESPA action. And I believe now we finally broke into the playoff season for Call of Duty. I know lots of people have been asking when that playoff series starts, and it should be just around the corner. And should be multiple matches actually from 7 o'clock and even into Sunday if they keep on winning. That's what those matches are right there. So 7 on Saturday, and if they keep on winning, 7 on Sunday as well. Monday, UCEA CSGO playoffs finally get underway, and that's going to be 7 p.m. once again. Then for NACE Rocket League, we have the tall task of now having to deal with Northwood in the NACE Rocket League playoffs. Can we pull off the upset? Last time we were close. We'll have to see there. And then November 11th on Wednesday, some OPSC Hearthstone. It's been a little while since we had the Hearthstone squad on stream. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can pull off in their matchup versus, let's double check and see who it actually voted. It's versus Carlton. So maybe avenge our League of Legends squad that just went down to them in OPSC action. See if our Hearthstone squad can turn it around and see if we can get ourselves one-on-one against them. But of course, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow. That way you get the notification when we go live later on today for Rocket League as well. And for any of our matches, of course. And be sure to follow Saints Gaming and the St. Clair Saints on Saints Gaming CA on all platforms. Twitter, Facebook, the VOD archive on YouTube, us here on Twitch, of course, and if you do wish to follow my personal stuff here as the producer for St. Clair, Mr. Danners is my @ on Twitter as well. I definitely welcome you to do that as well. Maybe get a little bit of an extra scoop to the matches before hopping into the streams. Definitely looking to continue improving these St. Clair Saints streams as we go along. Definitely don't want to get complacent. Just like how the teams are always improving, so is the production squad. We're going to keep on trying, of course. And with that, though, I'm going to quickly snag something to eat so that by 8 o'clock, we are ready to rock with some Rocket League. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned, everybody.